think one of another red flag that I see a lot is when astrologers are like, if you have any placements in Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, you're going to have a terrible 2025.
Yeah, the trying to get people to be afraid in any way, shape, or form. Because an astrologer is really a consultant. And so we wouldn't dictate this is good or bad. We would be like,
Right.
hey, if you have Capricorn placements in April of 2025 or 2026, these are the things you maybe need to be on the lookout for. It's always going to have conditional language. A real astrologer uses could, might, could be, because the future isn't really set in stone. And no, we're not. If they talk about jumping timelines, that just means they're really shitty at what they do. We're not jumping timelines. An individual, no, so let's look at probability and possibility. So this is probability. All this, the fan of probability, it is all probable. And then we move into possibility. So it halves at possibility, right? Or possibility and probability. So probability halves. On the fan of probability, if you're here, it would be unlikely to just jump over here. Usually you kind of zig and zag over to another area. However, you're a human being with agency. And let's say it's a life or death situation when you hear about the little tiny mama picking up a car to rescue her child, or that is when we as individuals can jump from here to here. It'll all be represented in the chart. All these probabilities are represented. We look for, you're already here, it's only going to be likely to about here. The unlikely could happen. And that's why sometimes in my Patreon I give percentages. I'm like, it could happen. I'm giving it a 2% shot.
I do
So
a lot
it's,
of that kind of stuff too.
yeah, it's not out of the realm of possibility. It's just very unlikely.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people don't understand that. I had somebody kind of be snarky with me on my TikTok this last week going, how is that astrology when it seems logical and reasoning? And I was good. I re-recorded it like 3 times. But I was like, well, first of all, I wrote these predictions last year before any of this was obvious. Second of all, I refine them every single month. So before any of these events happened, and I get you're not from here, so you didn't know. So people who have a record, so, and again,